Second Cup is brought to you by Roswell Park Comprehensive Care Center.
Hello, good morning. It's 8 o'clock on the start of a Wednesday. Welcome to Second Cup. I was just saying to DJ and Katie, it is so hard to remember what day it is. And I don't know, for me, they just blend together every single day.
I was going to say, we should also clarify because DJ does often join the show.
Right, this
However,
is another DJ.
This is a different DJ. We traded one for the other one.
Exactly. Glad you're with us on this Wednesday. Okay, so today's 716 Day, July 16th, and in Western New York, we know that it's always a special day.
And that's why we have DJ here. DJ's with Habitat for Humanity. DJ, we are partnering with you guys today. We're really excited about it. Tell us everything that we need to know about what's happening today and a little bit about Habitat if people haven't heard about it.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for having me on here, and thank you for being with us today. I'll actually be leading you guys on the Restore project today. So Channel 7, you guys are going to be helping me for a couple different projects. We got over 30 pallets worth of donations that you will help us go through because sometimes you never know what we're going to be getting.
Yeah.
That's the fun part of the Restore. We get donations from all around the community that then get to go to the families in our neighborhoods that are able to go and save money by purchasing those items there. So
I should also clarify too. It's more of like a teaming up,
Yeah.
which I want to explain and tell us how we're teaming up with you guys and what our group is going to be out there doing today.
Yeah, so I have volunteers all the time coming out, usually on my construction sites, but today you'll be at our North Restore in Tonawanda where you'll be helping us repaint the back wall because it got graffitied and we don't want that look there. But you'll also be helping us go through a lot of the donations that we got and making space because every day we get so much more that we have to constantly go through that. So you'll be behind the scenes kind of helping us see what we got, what is going to be the prices of certain things that we just got donated to us and help that get out into the floor. And then a little bit of building the furniture as well.
Can you walk us through, for the cuppies out here, first of all, number one, what exactly is Habitat for Humanity? Because you think about Habitat and you're like, okay, they build houses, but it's so much more than that. And then number two, how we can get involved outside of Give 716.
Absolutely. So yes, everybody knows for the most part that Habitat, we build affordable housing for families in need. There is that misconception it's a free house. It's absolutely not a free house. The families still have to, be able to get a mortgage and they still have to be able to put in the sweat equity hours, just like everybody else would have to do naturally in order to own their own home. But we help build these houses for the families in need. And then we have different ways where volunteers are able to come out on the build site and help us actually build the houses. So even if you've never touched a hammer before, we teach you how to do all that kind of stuff. So that way you're learning the skills, you're helping us, and you're helping the families at the same time.
So wait a second. So if you are the recipient of a Habitat house, you have to have a mortgage. Walk me through that.
Yeah, so you still have to be mortgageable. You still have to be able to apply. We just help with that process to get them to the point where we say it's not a handout, it's a hand up.
Huh.
A lot of our families that are at this position have been working to get to that point. We help them to make it a little bit more affordable for them.
Okay.
That's interesting. So in other words, the house isn't necessarily paid off by the time it's done. It's just a matter of helping them get to the point where they have a place to live.
Correct.
Okay. There's a lot of questions coming too about Restore.
Yes.
So tell us about that store, what it actually is. And also people have been there before because anybody can go.
Yes. This is like my favorite topic because it's the hidden gem that people, every time I talk to them, they're like, you do this, you could help me with this. Absolutely. So we have two of the Restores, one in South Buffalo and one in Tonawanda, where Tuesday through Saturday, you can walk in there and get anything that you would need at a discounted rate. Doors, windows, appliances, furniture, kitchen supplies, power tools, handles and knobs for your kitchen cabinets. All this stuff can naturally be very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
You can walk in there and get this for like $10, $15, things like that, where we sell it at a cheaper rate because it's designed to not only, yes, all the money goes to paying for more of our housing, but also for anybody in the community, you can go and get there, save money, and have these really nice stuff at a discounted rate.
And, we're talking also about, those old Buffalo houses, those knobs in particular that are so hard to come
Very
by.
familiar with the knobs.
Right, like those crystal knobs that every door has.
And then all of a sudden one day you turn it and you're like, oh,
right.
God, came off in my
This
hand.
happened. Right, exactly. I mean, you guys have a lot of that stuff too, I'm sure. Sherry says, love Restore, lots of real wood furniture that still has life in it.
Yeah, and Mark says he goes there all the time.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And the cool thing is you walk in today on Wednesday, You walk in next Wednesday, it's going to look different because we do pickups every single day. So if there's stuff at your home or your business that, hey, it's still good, I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
We'll come pick it up for you for free as long as it's on the first floor.
That's really nice to know, because I do think there are a lot of people who are like, hey, I would donate. I'm just going to throw it out to the curb. I would donate it because I can't get into my car to take it somewhere. Well, they'll come get it for you.
Yeah. Now, you can always bring it to us as well, but if it's large items, that they still have to be in good condition. We've had a few people like, oh, it's brand new, and like, there's holes all over.
It's gently used.
Yes.
Gently used.
So
Yeah, I totally get that. And then Jeanette says, I was just about to say, I think I bought some knobs there a few years ago. Yeah, I mean, those are like, I know, iconic in
Yes.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
I want to hear, though, because this is personal to you, DJ. This is an organization that you truly and deeply care about, and I want to know why.
I don't think I've ever had a job that allowed me to have a purpose myself to give back as much as this. Coming from someone who dealt with the potential of being homeless myself years ago because of life circumstances out of my control, I now get to go every single day where I get to help fix that problem for so many people that had it so much worse than me. But also my job as the volunteer coordinator is I get to have the volunteers come out and make them feel good about themselves. Like, my job is literally to make people feel good and smile while helping build homes for families that have never said I'm home.
So, and let's talk about those families too, because we have a lot of people here in Western New York. We know this program's been around for a long time, but what kind of reaction do you get from the families? And like, give us an example of someone who might get help from Habitat.
So I've been doing this for 2.5 years, and I work directly with the families, and almost every single one of them told me, you are the light at the end of the tunnel I never thought was possible. Like, our goal is we want to go home and be safe and, recharge after a bad day of work, or if you're feeling down for whatever reason. These families don't have that ability. One of my families that I'm currently working with right now, by far my most extreme story, he came from a different country where his family was all like killed, unfortunately. He is now here trying to get this home for his family who's still in a refugee camp in a different country. And his wife has been poisoned 5 times because of jealousy of, why are you better than me? So he is fighting to be able to get his family here to be able to be safe and enjoy his loved ones by his side.
And we saw a video, right? He's putting in, like you mentioned, that sweat equity. Like, I'm seeing him like work and do all of this stuff to create this house.
Yeah, he got all of his hours done already. His house is just about to be done, which means he's about to be able to say, I'm now home. And that's the biggest part.
And he can bring his family here and have them with him. That's just a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many opportunities for you to volunteer and to help with Habitat for Humanity. But chief among them today is to help financially.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd love for you to give $7 and help Habitat succeed in the future. All you have to do is text the word GIVE7 to 50155, or you can scan the QR code that's right here on your screen to donate. And again, $7 goes such a long way. We were just doing the math earlier this morning. If we had 1,500 people, and that sounds like a lot, but Western New York is a huge place. If we had just 1,500 people give $7, we would reach $10,000.
We're really
by
like
the
pushing
end of
for
the
that.
day
We
today.
would love to have that happen.
Right. Well, that would be huge.
Look at Cindy saying, listen, her daughter's actually getting a house from Habitat. She works 2 jobs right now.
Love it.
Like, people are hardworking when they're trying to get, there's nothing like having your own space. And there's nothing, like you said, like feeling like you're at home. And I really, the stories that you've shared and seeing people who are going through this, it's really awesome to have these people in our community.
And DJ, talk about how that money stays right here in Western New York. We're talking about $7. It's a cup of coffee in some cases for some people. It really goes a long way.
You have no idea. Every dollar that gets spent at the Restore goes directly into helping us be able to stay here and build these houses.
Mm-hmm.
And we lose money on every house that we build. So yes, the need is always there because, again, affordable housing.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be able to make that affordable for our families, where when you spend money, whether it's donating it through 716 Day, whether it's donating in general to Habitat Buffalo, whether it is just sending in a check saying, hey, I know what you guys do and I want to support this, that money stays right here locally. It goes right into the doors on the house. We need to be able to purchase them. Or today or the next couple days, we are doing landscaping at several houses to get those done. That money goes directly into, hey, we have the ability to go get all that topsoil so my corporate groups that are coming out tomorrow have work to do
Can
tomorrow.
start it, right. That's great. Again, text give 7 to 50155. Super easy. It's going to be $7 and every little bit helps. Do you build houses all over Western New York? How do you choose where to build?
So here at Habitat Buffalo, we are currently building in Cheektowaga, we have Lackawanna, and we have Buffalo. So we are a affiliate of obviously Habitat National, where there's different habitats all over. So Niagara Falls and Rochester are separate from us, but we are able to build in this area. And we do try to focus on certain areas that we have more available houses that can work, property. The cities have partners with us where, hey, can you help us in this area? Or here's a house that we would like you to rehab right now. So we kind of bounce all around the area, but we do have a focus a lot on the east side of Buffalo as well.
I love that, because especially when it comes to building generational wealth on the east side, I know that's a huge deal. DJ, how can we get involved? Give us some information about where we can find you and how we can get in touch.
So on Habitat Buffalo, you can find the individual volunteer opportunities where, say you want to help, whether you're a group or you're just by yourself. I have individual volunteer opportunities on the website that there's always a calendar that shows about 3 weeks worth of opportunities on the construction site. And we build year round. So even during the wintertime, we're inside. So if I don't want to be out in the cold, I know you don't want to be either, but you can go and see, hey, they're doing siding that day or drywall. I want to learn how to do that. You can see what addresses I'm working on and individually sign up to go and help and learn that stuff. But you can also volunteer at the restores. I have that Tuesday through Saturday year round. So if you're bored on a Saturday or you're retired and I don't know what to do, it happens all the time.
So let's say that you want to do a drywall, your basement, drywall your garage. You have no idea how to do it. You could go one of those days. You could learn how to do it. You're helping other people. You're learning skills in the process. And then you can take that home with you and teach Ed, teach me.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. I had a guy last year that called saying, hey, I got to build a porch. Can I learn from you before I mess up my own? Absolutely.
I love that. How old do volunteers need to be?
So you have to be at least 16 to volunteer on a construction site, but you can't use certain power tools just for safety purposes. You can be 15 at the restores.
Oh,
so
that's nice.
I get questions all the time. I'd love to have my kids, and I would love to have younger kids be able to learn this stuff as well. But
you know what, though? There are a lot of high school kids around here who have to get volunteer hours in. So this is a great opportunity, something you can set up.
So we've linked you to our Give 716 campaign on WKBW.com in the comments here. And Pat says, I just donated. It takes less than 2 minutes.
Thanks, Pat.
Again, all you have to do is text the word give7 to 50155. And Jordan, maybe what you can do is put up that full screen again so that we can all see the information, or I'm sorry, I think it might be, who is it? Is it John who's there? I think John.
I think it's
Sorry,
John, yeah.
Give 7. $7 goes such a long way. All of that money stays right here in Western New York. The word give 7 to 50155, or you can scan that QR code right there on your screen. And as Pat says, it takes less than 2 minutes. All of that money stays here in Western New York. And if you want more information about Habitat, we've linked it for you on WKBW.com.
So stay tuned throughout the day. Check everybody's social media because we're all going to be out there throughout the day, excited about it. This is a fun collaboration. We're going to be learning a lot. We're going to be helping. We're going to see how our coworkers work under different, I guess, environments.
Let me ask you something before we let you go, DJ. What's your favorite part about the 716?
Ooh.
it's the entire spirit behind it. We are here to make a difference and help other people. And today's a day that you are able to come out and help me make that difference. So this is literally the entire reason I do what I do, is try to make other people's lives better. And that's what today is to make other people's lives better.
Looking forward to it.
Really appreciate you coming in here this morning. Thank you so much, DJ.
Thanks, DJ.
Do people call you Deej?
Thanks, Deej.
Only once.
Now twice.
Okay, so as you all know, like, we have our own DJ here.
We call him Deej.
And we call him Deej.
Yeah.
Okay.
But actually, it's a funny story. So you might enjoy this too. I have a friend. Her name is Jackie, but we call her DJ sometimes because she tends to get a little tipsy very fast. So the D stands for drunk. So we call her Drunk Jackie.
That's nice.
Which then abbreviated down to DJ. So
Do me a favor and never tell me the nickname you have for me behind my back, okay?
just you wait.
Makes me feel better. I was named after Jack Daniels, Daniel Jacob.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
DJ.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, can we mention what you used to do?
I was a news reporter back in Indiana for about 5 years.
Because
I
does
love
he seem
it.
kind of like comfortable behind the desk here?
Do you want to take this job?
I like what I do.
Good for you.
So
I like
does
what I do too. DJ Daniel
Jacob.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Are you Jewish?
No.
Oh, I was
Greek.
like, wow.
Greek and Italian.
Okay.
This
my
is
bad.
second cup, DJ. Just a little off the rails at times.
Appreciate you. We'll see you later today.
much
And
fun.
again, we'll link you to all that information. I'm Jewish, which is why I'm asking. I'm like, oh, DJ sounds like a nice Jewish boy. But he's not. He's a nice Italian boy. Anyway, WKBW.com is where you need to be.
All right. Very good, DJ.
All right. Jordan's going to come on in and get you so that you don't have to be alone. But we appreciate you and we'll see you later today.
All right,
Thank
thank you guys.
Thanks, DJ.
Yeah.
All right. A couple other things we want to talk about here. Number one.
Can I ask you really quick? Are you going to paint today?
Sure.
Okay.
Maybe.
DJ, give him the hard jobs. He's
Actually-
very. Do you need stuff moved? He's very strong.
I have to do your job today.
What's that?
The noon.
I got other stuff to do. I got other work to do.
Speaking of jobs, one thing that I have been looking into over the last couple of weeks, months, is this anti-choking device is what it's called. And these are literal vacuums that if you are choking, you can put over your face, plunge, and then pull.
You may have seen ads for these. Like I was telling Ed, and I think it's because I had the baby and I was like researching stuff to have at the house, right? So I was getting constant ads for these as anti-choking devices, showed you how to use it with kids, make sure you
Right.
have one of these in your home. So you might have seen it on like your Instagram, your Facebook.
But it turns out they're not endorsed or approved by the FDA. So what I found out is that a $25,000 grant from the state was given to People Inc. Over the last 6 or so months. And, you know, the question is this the best use of your taxpayer dollars? 200 of these devices bought by People Inc. to help their community in the event somebody is choking.
So I thought one thing that was really interesting is how, you know, we all know the Heimlich, right? You're supposed to know how to do it. You learn how to do it in school, basically. You know, a lot of people then extend their education if they're any sort of, you know, medical field, or even like here, you know, we have people who know how to do all these things. So People Inc. had clarified to you, this is a last resort.
Correct.
So
They're still doing the Heimlich. They're still going through
It's
all
like,
of that process.
do all that stuff, and then
This is in the event it doesn't work. They've got another tool in their toolbox.
so interesting. So Connie must have seen it.
Right. Connie says, I was told by a doctor that they aren't good, though Kelsey, who's an EMT, as a mom/paramedic, I'm all for it. Julie says, I wouldn't purchase one of those. Julie, tell me why you wouldn't buy them. And that's kind of the question here. And I think in my story, I leave it up to you. Is this the best use of the taxpayers' dollars? Because on one hand, it's another tool in the toolbox, right? It saves a life. And, you know, the company LifeVac in particular says that they've saved over 4,000 lives with these devices. On the other hand, the government hasn't approved them, nor have they endorsed them.
So and then this was my question. Then the FDA did not respond. But my question was, well, are they looking into it? Like, is this something that maybe like it's just on the plate? They haven't gotten there. You know, we say yes to Heimlich and we're going to take a closer look at this. But they didn't get back to you on
Well,
that.
they did. They said that they can't discuss that.
Because, right, we don't know what the status would be.
Exactly.
Right.
So, you know, at the end of the day, it's a personal decision, I think.
This is a great point that Jeanette has.
The woman you interviewed in Lancaster was a great example of having it and not knowing how to use it.
Are
And
they
that's the point.
Training people.
So
right.
yes, at People Inc., they go through all the training.
Okay.
They, you know, they know how to use it. They have, you know, different modules and learning elements and devices to try and figure out, you know, what to do in case of an emergency, right? And they're on the wall. They're in these, you know, compartments, kind of like an AED,
Mhm.
and you know, as part of their Heimlich training, they're
Mhm.
also learning how to use these devices. Now, here's the thing. You know, part of the reason why the FDA doesn't endorse or recommend them is for that one reason in particular, that as a consumer, you know, using it first could create problems and prolong the choking, leading to further consequences because there are so many things that have to get done before you can actually use it.
So here's what Kelsey says. Not everyone knows how to correctly do the Heimlich. Why not have another tool in the toolbox as long as there's training for both?
Right.
She says yes.
Mark says, if it's not approved, how do they know how many have been saved? So, Mark, this comes directly from reporting to LifeVac,
Like their testimonials.
which is the company that, you know, operates and, you know, it's its own company, right? They have created those plungers that have that yellow base to it. So you can report.
Yeah.
And so there may be more And, who knows if every instance is actually a life-saving instance.
This is an interesting question, and I'm sorry if you explained this already, but can you use it alone?
Yeah, you can use it on yourself, is what they say. I mean, but again, think about it. You are choking.
Are you thinking to be able to?
Exactly. You've got to go find
Yeah.
it, number one. Number two, you've got to put it together.
Right.
And then number three, you've got to actually use it the right way.
Right.
So you've got to put it over your face, you've got to push hard, and then pull, hoping to get whatever it is that's in your throat out. So look, I mean, it is a personal decision.
Yeah.
But again, what the FDA says is that these established rescue protocols should be used first before anything else. And then the American Heart Association, or excuse me, the American Red Cross has its own scientific research bureau, for lack of a better term. And they say that if the Heimlich isn't working, this could be an option for you.
Yeah.
So what I do is I link you to all of this. You can watch my investigation in its entirety right now on WKBW.com. We've linked you to it here in the comments as well. It's an interesting thought. Is this the best use of taxpayer dollars? Would you buy this?
Right.
Julie says, excuse me, Kelsey, I just want to go back to you. There's a video posted from Lauren Sorrentino, Jersey Shore, the situation's wife, that they had to use it on their son. Worked great. And look, people also have this in their car. They have it in their house. They have it at their businesses.
Right.
And Crystal says, just as a point, the FDA also doesn't regulate baby formula or approve natural remedies. Take that as you will.
So I was just looking that up because I was interested in that. And it says it doesn't like officially approve infant formula, but it does regulate it extensively.
It has to regulate it.
For what you can, give your child. Agency regulates the production of formulas.
Joyce says, I live alone. I'd try to use it. Linda says, I don't think I'd be able to get the device and use it on myself. And right, you think about that.
Yeah. And they say if you're alone, that you can use a chair for the Heimlich maneuver. Is that what they're still teaching, right?
Sure.
I think so.
It's
Kelsey, perhaps you know more than me, but like you get yourself over the chair and use the pressure, to
or a counter or something like that.
Yeah, something that's got the ability to, give you that thrust that somebody else can't do because you're alone.
That's just what it is. Those abdominal thrusts. So it's up to you. Would love to hear your voice on that. Send me a note, send me a message. It's interesting.
It gets so anything that like has a safety component to it, it plays to your emotions too. Whether or not it's whether or not it's legit, not legit, and they say it, whatever, but it does play to your emotions when you see that kind of stuff.
And so that's why this woman, Christine Opera, who I interviewed, went out and bought one after choking on a piece of steak at a wedding. She wanted to put her mind at ease.
Now, did someone give her the Heimlich?
Yeah, and it saved her life. Now, when you talk to her about doing this, she goes, under pressure, I don't know that I'd be able to do it.
Yeah, right.
So, and then Kelsey says, also just a heads up, if you're ever alone and choking, call 911 and just stay on the line. Even if you can't talk, push buttons, clap.
Like smack stuff, right.
Something.
Yeah, and Joyce the chair, yeah. I did a lot of the first aid training when I was the lifeguard, and then when we had the baby, like we took, not an official class, but watched all the videos again for the how to do it to a baby. So if you got a little infant in your life, you want to know how to do that. The back blows. And you got to like flip them over and really,
give it to them.
Yeah, because you want to get that thing out. It's back blows, there's chest thrusts, but you want to know how to do that kind of stuff. There is always a question, like when the emergency comes, now I have to assume Paul will be pretty good in an emergency. Seeing as how that is his job. But for me, there's a lot of emotion behind that. I'd like to think that I'd be able to do it, but
Marlene says, if the chair doesn't work, it's better to have a backup. Corrine says, I live by myself. I just raise my hands in the air like what my mother did when I was little.
Yeah, Marguerite, so coughing right now, just thinking about choking. Like, I totally understand that because as we're having this conversation, I'm going through my head, like, how often do we eat? And we just don't even think about it.
I mean, Christine is, I don't want to say how old she is, but she's definitely not a young woman, right?
I was going to say, you love telling everybody my age. Right.
I mean, young at heart, sure. But, she's got a mother. She's a mother of older children. She was at a wedding and choked on a piece of steak.
Also, like if you're talking, if somebody's like talking to you and you're even like kind of nodding or you're like trying to, you're laughing.
Right. How often does that happen?
I know.
I choke all the time when I laugh.
I accidentally ate that cherry pit when I was laughing at you the one time and then I freaked out. It happens.
Right. So know how to help someone. It's like CPR, right?
Yeah, I think so. Know the basics of CPR, know the basics of the Heimlich maneuver.
Exactly.
Just so you can be there, lend a hand, like God forbid something happens, right?
Though Howard says, I live alone, keep the vacuum cleaner handy.
Howard has his own methods. Yeah. Yeah, I think the chair thing's just a good thing to know. And I don't know.
Well, so that story will air tonight on 7 News at 6. And again, on WKBW.com, you can watch my entire investigation so that you don't have to wait, because I know that you're busy. And, I think this is an important story that
Sure.
you all hear.
Okay, just because, what did
We got 5 minutes.
I did, okay, but really quick, I know we talked a lot about donating 716. Can we just ask people some of their favorite parts?
Absolutely.
What are some of your favorite parts of the 716? You're loving your boating.
I love the water.
Ed loves being on the boat
Yeah.
with his fam.
Yeah, there's just nothing better than it.
The fam is Russ and Gladdy.
I know, my little baby.
So cute. And I was saying, I love the park. I love Delaware Park. I love Hoyt Lake. I like to go over there. We go there all the time because it's close to our house. Realistically, we also love Forest Lawn Cemetery. That's one of our favorite places.
We were just talking to Josh.
We
about
were
that.
just talking because Josh was like, oh, I didn't know why people like to run through the cemetery so much or go to the cemetery. And we're like, it's the best place.
But it's so funny though. At the same time, we're like, really, like we love being in the park in the cemetery because it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. You get to see all the wildlife. You get to see the water.
The
you get to see-
monuments. I love looking
Yes.
at remember, and then I learned it from you about the stones that people put
Yep.
on top of, a
290?
grave marker or on top of like their
Headstone.
headstone.
Mhm.
And they put little stones and it's a Jewish thing,
Yeah.
which I didn't really know. And now I do it sometimes because I think it's cool.
Yeah, it shows
can
that
do it,
you're
right? I'm
yeah,
not-
of course.
I
It
think
just-
it's like it shows that you're
So
thinking about
290 at
somebody.
Miller's Court.
exactly, and that
Yeah.
you've come to visit.
And I think that's so nice.
Howard, my favorite part of the 716 is my home in the rural area. Less worry, very quiet.
I do love a good rural area. When you can stand
So
out,
where's the
smell
backup?
like the grass, yeah, and then you can see for miles and miles.
What, you can't get the
That's a
camera to
really
work?
nice
Is that what you
feeling.
said?
Crystal says, I love being near the lakes and the river and being so close to the mountains and nature while still having the convenience of the cities. I agree.
So true.
And when you consider how good we have it here, there's nowhere else I'd rather be.
We have
We're coming up to 8:27 right now. We're taking a live look at the 290 at Miller's Port. And we can show you this camera because it's streaming nicely, but there is a backup out towards Sheridan. So you want to just keep that in mind. There's some delays that you might encounter there. The sky is hazy out there right now, and that is shown nicely here with the view from Skywatch 7. The visibility has improved considerably over the last couple of hours. But make no mistake about it, it's still a case of air that you can wear. 75 degrees right now, the dew point temperature at 67. So again, Icky and Sticky are definitely still in town and going nowhere fast. The breeze out of the south at 8 miles per hour. But again, you can finally see a little bit of the river there and certainly see more of our skyline. We're at 75 in Swarmville right now, already up to 77 in Oakfield. And it's Niagara County and Orleans counties that are both going to be under heat advisories here for later this morning and into this evening. What does that mean? It means that the heat index, what it feels like to your body, will be close to like 95 degrees. So you definitely want to take it slow, take it easy, wear light, loose-fitting clothing, light colored clothing, take frequent water breaks. If you're going to be doing any activities here for 716 Day, definitely want to make sure that if you're outside, you take those frequent breaks and find a cool spot if you can. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms for later this afternoon. Any thunderstorm that does develop may contain a downpour. Today's high temperatures into the upper 80s. We drop into the low 70s tonight. It's hazy, warm, and sticky. And there is that super 7-day forecast. There is relief coming. It comes in the form of a cold front. May pay a little bit of a price for that on Thursday with some more thundery downpours, then a break from the Uggy Muggies and the Icky Stickies on Friday. Much more refreshing. Highs are going to be in the mid-70s.
Bless you.
So gesund.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
Got to make it all about himself, Josh.
Oh my gosh. And you know how you just try and hold it and it just like gets even worse and worse and worse?
The other day, Paul sneezed so loud the baby went, he does his little thing.
What the heck are we looking at here?
Oh my gosh.
Where
Okay.
is this?
We're looking at Josh's traffic computer.
Yeah, but what is this the 90 someplace? The 290 at Sheridan. Thank you to the voice of God, Nicholas.
Backing up this morning. That's not a
Um,
surprise, though. That's where it backs up.
yeah, holy cow. That is quite the delay if you're heading out. to
Okay, so
start
super
this.
quick. I love Pat is saying loves the canal side and the waterfront. Barbara says the people of the 716. Oh, Jay's Artisan Pizza.
Yum.
Mm-hmm.
Erie Canal Towpath. Yeah, love that.
Uh-huh.
And I love the Mafia. Yeah, the Buffalo Bills, of
Can't
course.
forget our Buffalo Bills.
Yes.
Mhm. Everybody saying bless you. Here,
Thank
Steve.
you. Appreciate you all. Love the cuppy is one of my favorite parts as well. Don't forget, give 7 today, all day. $7 goes such a long way.
Super easy. How often are you on your phone texting?
50155.
$7.
Give 7.
Yeah.
That's all you have to do. Have a great day.